97% of people should just buy the S&P 500 and go enjoy their life. So the S&P 500's methodology strikes an optimal balance between comprehensive coverage and practicality. Its market cap weighting ensures the most economically significant companies have the greatest influence. So it's considered the gold standard benchmark for institutional investors worldwide. And you'll hear about this all the time. If you watch CNBC, if you watch the news, they report on the S&P 500. Sometimes you still hear the Dow here and there, you know what I'm saying? Because we won't fully put that to sleep, but the S&P 500 is the overall benchmark that's being used for the most part. So the S&P 500 also can outperform most fund managers, right? And this is something that Warren Buffett often talks about, and it's been proven over time. And statistically speaking, it beats about 90% of professional fund managers. So over 15-year periods, approximately 90% of actively managed funds underperform the S&P 500 despite employing teams of analysts and portfolio managers, right? So when you buy the S&P 500, as an ETF or a fund, you're kind of getting that self-cleansing. And the last part I want to talk about is the zero emotional bias. The index itself doesn't panic during crashes or get greedy during bubbles, such as actively managed funds tend to do. This mechanical approach avoids the behavioral mistakes that plague individual investors and active managers. Do I think that most people should? Absolutely not. 97% of people should just buy the S&P 500 and go enjoy their life.